The best horror writers know that comedy is critical to horror. We can heighten the horror if we relieve some of the tension periodically throughout the text. So think of your favorite horror movies like Scream. Every now and again, there's a well-placed, funny line, and that offers the audience a way to laugh, release the tension, only to get it to build up again with the next scene. So let's take a look at the porter. So it's early in the morning. Macbeth and Lady Macbeth are in another room. They've heard the knocking on the door. They realize someone has come and they're still dressed. So they need to scramble and put on pajamas to make it appear as though they have been awoken themselves, that they haven't been up all night killing someone. Well, the porter in the meantime has no idea that this hellish scene is playing out elsewhere in the building. All he knows is that he has been up all night drinking. And so he's just managed to get to sleep. He's kind of passed out. Now he has to get up and open the gate. So he starts to talk about all the different people who could be at the door. And he imagines that he's the porter of the gates of hell, and that the people at the door are all of the people who have gone to hell and are knocking to be admitted into hell. So he imagined that there's a farmer who expected that his crop would be plentiful, and when it failed, he hanged himself, so he went to hell. He imagines that there's an equivocator. An equivocator is someone who lies in such a way that it sounds like it's something true. This is an important character, or imaginary character, because the witches are equivocators. They tell Macbeth something that sounds true but actually isn't. And so when the equivocator dies and he goes to heaven and he tries to lie his way into heaven, he can't, and he gets sent to hell. Then there's an English tailor who comes in, who tries to pass off his shoddy work as French work, which it actually isn't. The French are known to be remarkable tailors during this period, and the English were not. And so on he goes, and then he decides that it's too cold there, so he's not gonna do it anymore, and he opens the door to the person who's waiting and asks for a tip. So here he is. Porter: "Here's a knocking indeed. If a man were porter of Hell Gate, he should have old turning the key. Not. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Here's a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in time. Have napkins enough about you? Here you'll sweat for it. Not. Who's there in the other devil's name? Faith, here's an equivocator who could swear in both the scales against each scale, who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Ho! Come in, equivocator. Not. Who's there? Faith, here's an English tailor, came hither for stealing out of a French hoe. Come in, tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Not, never at a quiet. What are you? But in this place it's too cold for hell. I'll never porter it no further. I'd have thought to let in some of all professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon! I pray you, remember the porter.